Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream from the Scalar Learning Channel, all about SAT math. I'm gonna do a quick little sound check, make sure we're good here. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope your preparation process is going well. Here we go. Yep. All right, we're good there. All right, excellent. And once again, if you guys do have questions, you can post them in the live chat. I'm going to be taking one of these mini tests again. And as I mentioned last week when I did one of these before, I'm going to keep doing these over the summer. And then, of course, as we get closer to the August SAT, we're really going to ramp it up. I'm thinking of doing something like a 20-day straight stream thing where I go through all the practice tests once again. I've done it before on my channel, but this will just be another opportunity to do it live. What's up, Rabab? But these mini tests are amazing. So they're my favorite part, one of my favorite parts of the Khan Academy platform for SAT prep. And they do a really good job. So sometimes I have said that the practice sets themselves, when you get to level 3 and 4, they're just too hard. But these mini tests, I feel like, are a nice mixed bag, especially once you've mastered all the topics and the subtopics and whatnot. You know conceptually what to do. These are amazing mixed bags of practice sets that you can do. And I think the difficulty is pretty on point with what you'll see on the real SAT. I've done the PSATs, by the way, Tehran, so you can check them out on my channel. And by the way, thank you for that. I appreciate that. But yeah, you can check out the PSAT test that I have solved on my channel. But that's it. I can only solve things that have been released by the College Board, and I believe I've done those only. And my day is going great, so thank you for asking. Difference between mean, range, and average and standard deviation. Sure, I'll do that quickly, and then I got to jump into the mini test. The mean and the average are the same, first of all. That's when you add up all the values and you divide by the number of values. So if you have 5 values, you add everything up, divide by 5. The range is the difference between the biggest and the smallest value, so you just subtract those two. And then the standard deviation, as far as what you need to know on the SAT, all you need to know is that standard deviation measures how spread apart the data is. If it's really spread apart, values down to from 1 to 100 and they're all spread out, that would be a pretty big standard deviation. If it's all packed in from like 50 to 60 and they're all real tight together, then that would be a smaller standard deviation. Okay. What's up, Vivian? What's up, Atharv? All right, without further ado, let's do this. We're going to start timed mini section, no calculator. And give me feedback. Let me know if everything looks clear and good. I can't zoom in too much because it messes up this writing tool that I have, so just please let me know. Here we go. Begin. Give the angle measures the figure to the left. What is the value of R? All right, let's do our thing here. So this is 50 degrees. That means this is 50 because it's a vertical angle. 50 plus 75 is 125. That means this up here is 55 because they all have to add up to 180. And that means if that's 55, this is 180 minus 55. And right, I'll just be safe. 7, 10, 5, 2, 1. 125. Just make sure I didn't make any mistakes. 125. 50, 50, 125. And then, oh yeah, actually this is an external angle and that has to equal the sum of the remote interior. So double verification. Here we go. T equals this equation. Manon, statistics professor, put a bonus question every test, which adds 0.25 questions to a student's overall grade at the end of the term. The above equation gives Manon's current overall grade T. After taking into account Q extra credit questions to answer correctly, what does the 87 mean in this equation? So before even reading the answer choices, which is what I like to do, the 87 is probably his current grade, right? So this gives his current overall grade T after taking into account Q extra credit questions. So it's like, hey, his current grade is at 87, and then we're going to add in the points. Nope, not this one. I think you can't cross it off. Yeah. Manon's average is an 86. Yep, there we go. It's B. After adding in the, nope, that's before. Manon's professor gave 87 opportunity. That doesn't make sense. Okay. Next. A company manufactures cell phones and laptop computers. Company daily production of cell phones C must be more than 500,000. Let's just see if we can eliminate anything on that basis. Oh yeah, it shouldn't be greater than or equal to. It should just be greater than. It says it must be more. So in this one where it's greater than or equal to, out. Greater than or equal to, out. Already down to B or D. Amazing. Let's look at the difference between these two. So they both have the same. It's either C minus L or C plus L. Okay, cool. And its daily production of laptop computers, L, must be Okay, we're doing that. If the maximum capacity of the company's manufacturing center is no more than 950,000, no more. So that means they have to do less than flying system. Okay, it's definitely this one, because the two together have to be less. Not the difference of the two has to be 950,000. The two together have to be less than 950,000. That's that guy. Boom, done. If f equals 3 pi, blah, 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 there's the equation. A board foot is 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 inch. Think volume. What? Oh, this is just isolating quantities. Goodbye explanation. It's a waste of time. Okay, so they're just isolating D. So I'm going to first divide both sides by 3 pi h. So f over 3 pi h equals d over 2 squared. Then I'm going to square root both. Oh, what's happening? This thing is glitching. Then I'm going to square root. It keeps doing that. Sorry. Let me undo that. I'm going to square root both sides. Get rid of the square. Then d over 2 equals square root of f over 3 pi h. Then I'm going to multiply both sides by 2, and there it is. 2 square root of f over 3 pi h. It's a b. Let me just make sure none of these other ones make sense. Yeah. Where's the square root? Why didn't they have, you need to have a square root, so those are definitely out. Next. A distributor ships DVDs to several stores. The shipping boxes contain several DVDs in their cases, plus a layer of padding at each of the box. Wait, hold on. Contains several DVDs, plus a layer of padding at the end of each box. The DVD cases and layers of padding can be arranged neatly inside each box. Hold on, let me write this out. Each DVD case is 14 millimeters thick, and each layer of padding is 10 millimeters thick. Oh, and the padding is at the end. Hold on, I'm just trying to get my head around this. So the padding is there, and then everything else is the DVDs, which is 14. Each layer of padding. And the length of the interior box is 132. If D represents the number of DVDs that the distributor can fit in one box, 2 layers of padding, which is finding inequality. Okay. So it's got to be less than or equal to 132. They all are. This is wrong. It shouldn't be 10 times the number of DVDs. It's 14 times the number of DVDs. And it shouldn't even be 10. It should be 20 because there's 2. So it's this one. Let's just quickly look at these. Yeah, that makes no sense. 14. This is almost right. It just forgot the second layer of padding. Boom, halfway done, and our time is at 8 minutes. And I think it started with 13 minutes, so that's not bad. What is the possible ranges of negative 4x minus 6? Okay, watch this. They set it up for you, so I'm not going to do too much work. I recognize that if I just multiply this thing by negative 2, I'm golden. So multiply everything by negative 2, so it's negative 10. Flip the inequalities when you multiply inequality by negative, right? So that's negative 4x minus 6, amazing, is greater than, what did I multiply by negative 2, right? Negative 22. And so any value greater than negative 22 and less than negative 10. Boom, done, right? Remember, if you guys have seen the video where I talk about how the College Board tries to help you, that's them trying to help you. That's them trying to give you a hint of like, hey, look at this and, go for it. Which expression is equivalent to the above quotient? All right, let's do keep, change, flip. So we're going to multiply by the reciprocal of the denominator, which is 3r squared over 5p to the 7th. Then we cancel. This becomes a 6. Then we cancel, right? R squared on top and r to the 5th. We subtract the exponent, so that becomes 3. So now I have 30 on top over, I can simplify it. I'll do it in a second. 30 over 45 r cubed p to the 6th. I know I need r cubed and p to the 6th on the bottom. It's got to be this one. It's got to be a, but let's just, for fun, divide the top and bottom by 15. And that is 2 over 3r cubed p to the 6th. Boom, done. Yeah. Time, I'm sure we're doing good. 7 minutes. Okay. Let's solve. What are the solutions? I know it's 3 and negative 3 because 3 squared is 9 times 3 is 27. Negative 3 squared is 9 times 3 is 27. It's got to be this. But If we're doing it algebraically, we divide by 3, and we get n squared equals 9, and then we square root, and in this case, it's plus or minus 3. So this is a fine answer, but it's incomplete. And that's it. And you can test them. Plug them both in. They both work, you know? Number 9. Which of the following is equivalent to the expression above? Ooh, we get a little foiling. And what's up, Make Money Ragav? And Chillax, thank you so much for taking. You're welcome. Thank you for joining. Yeah, we are back. And by the way, guys, follow Math Puzzles on TikTok. Just go to TikTok and type in math.puzzles. I'm very, very excited about that. Anyways, and it's good practice for SAT prep, just a daily math puzzle that you can do for fun. Okay, so what am I going to do here? Let's see. Okay, let's get everything common denominator. Wait, should I do that? Hold on. Let's do this. I'm trying to figure out the fastest way to do this. I feel like if I put everything like this, because if I multiply W by 2 over 2, it becomes 2W over 2, and then I can get a common denominator. I think that's what they did. Look, this is the shortcut here. And you do the same thing here. It becomes 2W plus 7. And then all they did here was they combined it, 2W minus 3 times 2W plus 7, and then 2 times 2 gives us 4, and it's this guy. So at first I was like, oh, I'll just FOIL it and then simplify it and stuff, but that's not what they're aiming for at all. I mean, you got to glance down a little bit and see what they're aiming for, and it's something like this. So we got the answer, D, done. 5 minutes left for the final problem. I'm just trying to think if I went too fast on this, but I think that was all right. The graph of function G is the graph of function f stretched by a factor of 2. Graph of function G is the graph of function f stretched horizontally. Stretched horizontally by a factor of 2. This is annoying, but it's this. It's this, which is D. Okay, now let me explain why. And this is a really hard problem, to be honest, because I feel like they usually don't ask it like this to this level of knowledge. So let's go over vertical stretches and compressions, horizontal stretches and compressions. Okay. A vertical stretch is easy to remember. It would be like 2f of x. That's this one. That's a vertical stretch, not a horizontal stretch. A horizontal compression would be where it's between 0 and 1. So it'd be like 1/2 f of x. That's this. Now we're talking about the two that involve horizontal stuff, and they're applying to the x. Let me just select it so I don't miss it as I'm explaining this. G of x equals f of 2x. Now, you might be like, hey, that's a factor of 2, but that's not a horizontal stretch. This is actually a horizontal compression, and it pushes it together. And the way to think about it is a vertical stretch actually looks like a horizontal compression. So for both of these, you'll notice we have a constant greater than 1 or 2. If we want a horizontal stretch, okay, we want it to be 1/2 because that looks also like a vertical compression. So that's what I'm going with here. Unless they're like meaning that it's still a stretch even though you're compressing it, but I don't think that's what it is. I think we're good. Let's just end it and see how we did. Hey, we got them all right. Awesome. Okay, which question are you in on the quiz? Well, I guess I just finished them all. You missed the live streams. I did too. I missed them as well. Actually, you're having issues with geometry. Could you do an in-depth explanation? So I have that. I have that video. You guys got to go to my critical concepts videos and watch them. They took me so long to make, and they are really good. So here, let me show you. It's this one. Additional topics in math. I'll put it in the chat. There's that. And guys, I really, really, really think my TikTok the TikTok math puzzles are worth following too. I want to show you this as well. So here's TikTok math puzzles. It's just getting started. Hey, you're welcome, Bisma. We're just getting started. So you can click on that and watch these math puzzles. We got, I think, like already 20 some up there. And I'm trying to post them really regularly, but it's super fast. You can just jump on it, and that's it. Can I do another quiz? I am not going to do another one today because I have to go work out now. And then I have tutoring appointments in the afternoon that I have to get to, so I don't have any more time, but I'm going to keep rolling these out. Don't worry. Yes, vertical and horizontal are on the SAT. I just thought that was a particularly hard one because it's like a bit more obscure, but it is what it is. Thank you guys so much, and thank you for all the likes. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you coming on. I hope these are helpful. If you have any additional questions, leave them in the comment section below. And if you want to see more from the Scalar Learning channel, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to click that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much, and I wish you all the best of luck on your SAT math journey, and I will see you in the next video. Take it easy.